Hello, people. Please familiar faces. We'll keep this very informal. I don't know what Gary said about me, but I'm sure it was interesting. Sure. I know a lot of times I don't get a chance to actually discuss specifically what it is that I do. And some of you have read the book while others may have not read the book yet, but I'm sure you will if you haven't. So particularly one of the things that I want to do is sort of let you know a little bit about me and what it is that I do, since I generally don't get a chance to go into detail about what it is that I actually do. And I am a mental health therapist for celebrities exclusively. Thank you. Specifically what I do is McPhaul Consultants and Personal Advisors is a firm that has offices around the world. Atlanta, Beverly Hills, New York, Nice, Zurich, Dubai, and Kuala Lumpur, as well as Sydney. Sydney was my latest office that I opened. So what I did in terms of the psychology of hip-hop was just piggyback off of what I had done in the Celebrity Psyche. I had written a book specifically about the mental health issues that celebrities face most. So depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, adjustment disorder, etc. The main reason for that was that many people feel like celebrities don't have issues or should not have issues, okay? But actually money and fame simply exacerbates whatever condition already existed. Most of us could actually see a therapist, and many people have this stigma that they associate with mental health and being able to see a counselor, etc. When in reality, most people probably should, if for nothing else but to process the thoughts that we have about any of the conditions that we face from day to day. But many celebrities feel like because they're going to be recognized or they're going to be noticed, they don't actually want to go see someone because everybody's going to know. And for you mass comm majors out there, it's usually the PR people who get the celebrities not to seek mental health care. They're going to know about you if you go. They're going to know exactly what your condition is. So what we wanted to do was simply circumvent that whole process of people having to suffer with mental illness. Now, how it started. I actually am a chemist as well. And I worked as a hazardous materials chemist for several years, and my specialty was, of course, poisons and explosives. So if there was an oil spill or a fire or something like that, I was running to the call. It's always so much fun, so exciting being in the midst of all that danger. But at any rate, what happened was I actually moved through the corporate ranks, became a media liaison for the company that I worked for. And I also lived in a neighborhood where there were a lot of entertainment folks and people aspiring to be in the entertainment business. So since I like to entertain also, I actually decided that I would throw parties and get these people connected together. And since people knew that I had corporate PR experience, what they wanted me to do was get them out of trouble when they got in trouble. They figured, you know how to handle the media, you know how to talk to these people, so if we get involved in a scandal, you step in and you handle it. So that's what I did. And in the meantime, because I worked in a field where people were away from their families all the time, what was happening was people were coming to me with their issues. And I was really, really loving psychology. Anyway, I liked the idea of being able to help people, see them transition, etc. And to back up a little bit, when I was at Tuskegee, I had a rebellious streak, like many of you may have, but I was trying to get out of school in 4 years, and the school told me that I could not. So I was determined that I wanted to get out in 3 years. I was actually trying to get out in 3 years. They said, no, it's a 5-year program, you have to stay at least 4 years. And so I said, well, I'm not going to take any more chemistry or physics or math. I'm through with that. I'm just going to take psychology. That'll show you. So that's what I did. I actually started taking psychology classes, loved it, and I took about every psychology class I could. I had like 21 hours one semester and 22 another semester. So I had a lot of psychology classes and loved it. So I guess the joke was on me. So at any rate, moving forward, I started helping people do PR while I was in grad for sociopathy, per se. Not when people actually, people aren't genetically inclined to murder necessarily, but they may be genetically inclined for aggression. We actually build sociopaths. Now, specifically, we know that inconsistent parenting is a large factor in terms of building a sociopath. If you look at the historical perspectives of all the serial killers, for instance, their parenting patterns were the same. The way their parents treated them were the same. You didn't necessarily find completely loving parents, and even though you had parents who may have loved their children, there were still people who were highly neglectful. Okay? Inconsistent parenting is when, let's just say you have children who triangulate. One parent gives them everything they want, the other parent does not. They learn to go to the person who's going to give them what they want. They learn manipulation early. When one parent who allows this, continues this behavior, or encourages the behavior, the child learns that manipulation is a reinforcement, or they're going to be reinforced for the manipulation. Okay? So they continue to do the same thing to be rewarded. Now, with single-parent households, who usually steps in to assist in rearing the child under those circumstances? In a single-parent household.
Grandparents.
Okay, grandparents. Do you suppose that grandparents raise the grandchild the same way they raise their own child?
No.
Okay, usually they don't. This is another way that inconsistent parenting seeps in. Okay. Also, let's just say that a person who's a teenage parent, they have a grandparent who steps in to do some parenting. The child sees that the mother or father is not respected as a parent. The grandparents may treat the parent like a child. So the child actually grows up treating their mother or father like their brother or sister. Okay. That is another way that inconsistent parenting sort of contributes to this behavior. Okay. Why do you suppose that hip-hop itself, this is where I open it up for questions, but why is it that you suppose that hip-hop has become so negative in the first place? Now, there are some who may say it's not negative at all. Okay. For those, there's some people who read the book and had a great laugh, and there are others who may become deeply saddened by it. And of course, as I said, there are lots of people who are trying to sue me over it. But the fact of the matter is, there is a lot of negative behaviors out there. How do they begin?